Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our fantasy football pick. Riley, we got to kill that TV. My bad, brother.
Sorry.
We are up in the stakes. We are doubling the financial commitment, even though we're still in the money. This is our breakout week. I can feel it. Do we feel good, fellas?
I hope so.
I like my team.
We've been close.
All right, Riley, let's rock and roll. Give me yours.
Go Birdies first because I got to do this.
All right, Birdie, who do you got to quarterback?
All right, he's got to
Now we got $65,000 to spend.
60.
$60,000 to spend.
I don't even know who I took. He's
So
got
you
to
took
put
Mahomes,
the roster
you
up
got,
there.
You got Mahomes on the quarterback.
I started off trying to go at matchups, and Mahomes and the Raider.
Anytime you pick Mahomes and quarterback, it's a great pick.
No, but against the Raiders, these games tend to be shootouts, high-scoring games. So that's why I figured
All right.
it would.
Then who?
I got Mahomes. After that, who
Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson of the
That's your
Redskins.
boy. I love him, yeah.
That offensive line, he's been running real good lately, so I took a shot with him. I then also went with a little bit of a stack here with, Edwards-Helaire of
Edwards-Helaire.
the Chiefs against the Raider defense. Hopefully that game will be a shootout on the ground and in the air.
DJ Moore,
Carolina. This guy's been a fantasy football point producer for most of the year, no matter who he plays against. They're at home against Atlanta this week, so that should be a favorable matchup for him.
Julio.
Now, here's where it gets a little tricky with what I did this week. I went kind of against the grain here. I took Julio Jones on the premises that I found out even though he's on IR, he has been practicing, and there's a possibility he may play this week. So I'm going to keep an eye on that up until noon.
Was there a value, a bargain in that? Because
60
you're going against what you said about guys that have been hurt.
That's correct. But what I'm going
Okay.
to do is if he's inactive, and which means he's not going to play at noon, once they announce the inactives, then I'm going to take him off that roster, and I'm going to switch over. But for $6,500 to grab him, with Derrick Henry still out and A.J. Brown probably out, if he does play, that means they might target him a little bit more than they would.
Sure.
But that's a big if he does play. Then I went with Tyler Boyd of Cincinnati. The price was right for him for what I had left. Joe Burrow, they like to throw a lot. They do spread the ball around. Hopefully he'll be getting some targets this week. After that, I went with Kittle of the 49ers. Now, his numbers been off the charts for a couple of weeks this year. When I saw that he's going to Cincinnati's defense is number 31st in the league against either tight ends or against the pass, so that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so they give up the 31st. So they give up the second most points to tight ends in the whole league for fantasy football.
Okay, so that's why I took him because I had quite a bit of money left, and with the flex, I went with Mike Williams of the Chargers. Hebert likes to air the ball out. This is another question mark as far as. He went on the COVID list. What I'll do is come noontime Sunday or noon, whenever these games start, I'm going to check to make sure these guys are playing. If I find out they're inactive, I'll pull them down, and then I'm going to switch Kittle. I'm going to put Gronk in there, and then I'll take Kittle out, and I'll put another receiver in. So that's my...
And then you also have the Chargers defense.
And I also took the Chargers defense against the Giants. Glennon and the Giants looked terrible last week again in Miami, only scored 9 points, so... Hopefully this week they'll look just as abysmal again. That's my team for this week.
Rowdy Riley, you're up.
So unlike Birdie, I didn't leave any money left over, which you do a lot, which I don't.
Not much though.
It's only $100. So I did Taysom Hill for $7,700, which I absolutely love. You're playing the Jets. He's one of the best fantasy quarterbacks.
Big gamble right there.
Terrible
like it.
NFL quarterback, but as a fantasy quarterback, not many better because of how he runs the ball and how safe he is. Then we have Chuba Hubbard, who's the starting running back for the Panthers because McCaffrey's done for the year. He cost me about $6,500, I believe, for a starting running back playing the Atlanta Falcons, who are not good defense. I mean, I'll take it. And then I did switch it up. I don't have Jamal Williams anymore. I forgot to switch the fucking thing, but it's Javonte Williams is my second running back because he's playing against the Lions. So the Lions are not the best team. I'll take him. And then I took.
They're at home.
Yeah, exactly. Cheaper. And last week he had a monster week. And then I took CeeDee Lamb. They're playing the Redskins, and the Redskins are not that good, not the best.
Secondary.
Yeah, the secondary is not the best, and it's CeeDee Lamb, so I'll take him. And then this dude that I pick almost every single week, and I try not to, but I just love him, and if you've been watching, you know. T. Higgins, I absolutely love this guy. He is one of my favorite receivers in the league. he's been catching touchdowns. And just like I said, as soon as he starts catching those touchdowns, his numbers are going to be monsters. And he's been having monster weeks the last few weeks. And they're playing in San Francisco. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And then that's why I took Brandon Ayuk, the other receiver for the
like that pick,
49ers. The Bengals give up the most points to all of receivers in the whole NFL. So, I mean, if he's going to score anything, if he's going to score, it's going to be this week. He started off the year
Concerned about weather in the Northeast?
No, I think-
with Cincy?
I think he should be fine over there. I mean, I still think that he could get the ball out of the backfield. They like to run a lot. He'll be fine. And then I had Travis Kelsey, who I had to take this week. They're playing the Raiders, and just like Brady said, it could be a shootout, could be a blowout, and I can't leave Kelsey out there. The Raiders give up a lot of points to tight ends. And like I said, this says Javonte Williams, but it's actually Russell Gage now. And I really wanted to pick Russell Gage before, and I'm happy I fit this in just because Russell Gage has been doing really good these last 2 weeks, ever since Calvin Ridley got a little bit sad and didn't want to play. So Russell Gage has been picking up the slack for them. And then I went with my trusty Broncos defense. They're playing the Lions. They're super cheap for $4,400. I don't understand how they're that cheap when the defense has been doing really good, and I expect a few picks and maybe a fumble, possibly a touchdown here, pick 6 from Patrick Surtain. I don't know if that will happen. If it does, call me a genius, but I don't think it will. But that is my team. I love a lot of these players like Higgins and Hill, and Taysom Hill's actually in my own fantasy team twice, so I need him to perform. I need him to perform 3 times for me.
Taysom Hill be the one to watch from Island.
And Mike, what's the saying you use? Put some respect on that.
Put some
Put some
respect
respect on
on
Taysom Hill.
that. We're out. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.